won't.
It's out of storage because it has been recording.
Right.
I deleted some of yours so we could record ours. I can show you how to do it because I figured it out the other day.
All right. So now that we're live, let's roll that. I cheated, but I got that 6 right there. And we'll flip this around. No. Bam. Dun, dun, dun. Do this so you can see it. We got our 6s. Welcome, everybody, to Paint Party. This is our second night and first Paint Party on YouTube. So if you are catching us on YouTube or if you are catching us live, welcome. Know that if you would like to be a part of this, you are welcome. All you have to do is click on the link that I'm about to post. In fact, let's go ahead and get that link. All right, and then paste it in the comments. All right, here you go, everyone. We have now, and it went to YouTube, it went to Facebook, it went to 2 Twitches. We now have the link up. If you would like, if you have a camera, if you have a headset and a mic, and you want to join us and paint, it doesn't have to be paint. You can be drawing. You can be working on ceramics. I don't care. You can do whatever you want as long as it's something fun and artistic and you want to hang out with us. You're welcome to. Just click that link and you are welcome to join us. Now, tonight, last night I finished up Black Widow. Oh, Silver's here. Silver, why are you in at work? All right, so Silver's here already. So let's go ahead and add Silver to the stream. Hello, Silver.
Hey, I got off early today. I worked the day shift.
Cool. So, what are you going to work on tonight?
I'm torn between Carnage and Mysterio.
Right on. Very cool. Well, I'm going to try to finish out the OG MCU Avengers with Hawkeye. And then maybe even do some Bucky. So that'll be
That's
fun.
cool.
Yeah. But yeah. But first, I got to fix this Miles because my Miles, I was going to paint him last night, but his hand is like trying to snap off.
Yeah, I saw that.
So we're going to try to find. Okay, I know she brought it back. Or they brought it back yesterday. Where is the plastic glue they brought me? Oh, there it is. It's under one of my many, 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 many paper towels I have laying around. All right. So we're just going to do that. And hopefully that'll be enough to shore up his wrist.
Oh, hey, I did finish up Omega Red.
Yeah, let's see. You are, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's me or you, but I'm getting pixels right now. It's not the greatest connection.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. But from what I can tell, looks nice.
Yeah.
Cool. I still have to my Omega Red's put together except for his tendrils. I want to paint him before I put those on. I felt like that would be an easier way. Or actually, I wanted to get him magnetized so that he wasn't trying to waller around in foam or something in those breaks. Greg, that is unacceptable.
Yeah, it was.
You can be lazy.
It was
and
a tidbit.
Sorry, Greg just told us he's not going to join us. Hey, I don't care if you play Metroid. But I understand wanting a lazy day. That's kind of me yesterday. Alrighty. Well, go have fun. But yeah. So I guess I need to figure out the best MCU Hawkeye. I mean, he's going to be also easy. He wears black and has no sleeves. Although this
Yeah.
picture has him kind of purpley, doesn't it?
Purple, indigo.
So what is his? What is it in this? Huh?
I was just looking at my ultramarine blue, but I have it from Golden High Flow Acrylics, and it looks like that the one you first showed.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty neat.
So that looks like his Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah, it's sort of where I mean, just I want mainly his MCU version. So, of course, my phone just stopped moving. But I can't tell. It's so dark, I can't tell if any of that's purple.
That looks all
Black and gray, isn't it?
black and gray. Maybe some really, really deep blue, dark blue highlights.
All right.
And then that red right down the center and across his chest.
That there, that's red. All righty. Easily.
Yeah, that's
done.
red.
All right, let's see how the model looks compared. Well, we can do that. This may just be a case of painting them all up and then just null oiling everything to darken it.
Yeah, you can do that. Hey, how far did you get on Vision?
Vision can go die right now, as far as I'm concerned. So, no, like I quit on Vision. I'm gonna try something with this cape later. I may work on that tonight, but I can't. So here's the weird thing, and if it gives you any indication of how,
I'm gonna mute for a minute, and I'm gonna move my Wi-Fi box. I think that's what's up. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. But yeah. All right, so let me get that picture again. So I guess is that how they're getting around his purple? They're doing reds and blues, I guess. But I could do. All right, let's see what we can do with it. Definitely can do the hair, but you know what? We'll start with. Let's find the Bugman's Glow, and we'll start with his skin. Get that knocked out. Oh, we got a Benson. So before I start painting Hawkeye, let's get the Benson in. Bam. Hey, Benson.
What's going on?
How doing?
I'm all right.
Good. Good. I was hoping you'd feel well enough to join us tonight.
I'm doing okay.
Good. Better than Monday, I hope.
Yeah.
Good.
So I think Monday I was actually, not to make it sound crazy, but like overdosed on lidocaine.
Yeah. Now, isn't that the thing from Princess Bride? Did you build up an immunity or?
No. That was iocane powder.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is just inconceivable. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, at least marginally. You got Zangor still on deck?
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get the Zangors a little closer to wrapped up, so that way I can start on the Orky.
The Orky?
What's that?
You said the Orcs?
Yeah, the Orky for the
For the month. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, when did you get orcs?
Yeah, an orc, not orcs plural.
Gotcha. Understood.
All right, for sponge, bait, Zangors, paint, water. All right, give me just a second.
You're good. All right, Silver's back. Let's see if they got their Wi-Fi in a better location.
How's that?
Much clearer. Absolutely much
Okay.
clearer.
That's what it was. Wi-Fi box wasn't close enough. I had to move it.
Gotcha. You okay?
Yeah, my wet palette was just trying to peel up on the edges.
I hate that.
I'm sitting here. We were talking about vision, and I'm thinking I don't wanna, but now I'm thinking I kind of gotta, because after I finish Hawkeye, I think I only lack Vision and Ant-Man from having all the Civil War Avengers painted. Man. Well, Bucky, I got to finish Bucky. But, I mean, I guess he's not technically Avenger at that point, but he's in that fight, so.
Yep. So,
Hmm.
I wonder where Brian is and how he's doing. Because I know last night he was talking about being here, if only to quiz us.
Yeah, that's right. He was supposed to come up with some questions.
Yeah. And he sounded like yesterday he said he was feeling fine, but maybe he didn't have the greatest day. Or maybe he's napping, anything to help heal. So hopefully he's doing well.
Yeah.
This is a reminder if anybody wants to join us, there's links at the top of the chat. You are welcome to, as long as you got a camera, mic, and something to work on. Doesn't have to be miniatures. Some form of artistic expression. If you want to do an interpretive dance the whole time, whatevs.
Crack some My Hero packs.
Crack some My Hero packs. There's Brian. I spoke of him, and he showed.
Oh, of course it wasn't.
I summoned him.
The demon below. Oh, good evening, gentlemen.
Good to see your face this time.
Yes, we're up and about and gonna get painting tonight too. So
All
Awesome.
right.
What is that?
this is still that. Remember the
Oh, it was on its side, and I was looking at it from the wrong angle. I was like, what kind of vehicle is that?
So I put these together the other week, and then I sprayed everything with primer. And again, I didn't know what my schedule would look like, so I said, "Shoot, let's get here and paint something tonight." So,
Awesome.
what's everybody else up to?
I'm working on Hawkeye. Finish out some of the Avengers. Will's working on his Zangors, and I believe Silver said either Carnage or Mysterio. I don't know where they came down.
Mysterio.
Okay. So and Carnage. So you guys are all doing Marvel people right now, huh?
Well, Silver and I are. Will's working on 40K.
Okay, I thought you said Carnage for Benson.
No.
Yeah, I'm working on my Zangors.
All right.
So this has been actually Wednesdays has been the only day of the week that I've actually been
Make
painting.
time to do it.
Yeah, which is kind of a good thing with this paint night thing, is making me actually get up and paint minis.
Good. Then it's worth it.
We're pretty much setting records already. Look, 4 people, and it's not even halfway.
Yes. We're 18 minutes in. Well, Greg said he wasn't going to join us tonight. So maybe we'll get somebody new. Who knows? It's open. Woo! All right.
Yeah. So my minion just jumped out of the shower and was screaming at something, and I'm like, "Oh, better mute. Here we go."
Yeah, I heard either child or parrot. I couldn't tell.
Both. It sounds like both. I don't have a parrot, but it does sound like that here. How's everybody else's week been?
A bit of a struggle.
What's the struggle?
I'm still fighting issues with pain in my neck.
Okay, so long story short, with the whole pain thing, have you ever tried a stimulator?
Depends on what.
The
A
internal
nerve
one?
stimulator? No.
So that was what I was doing last week. I got my trial for it. And I was relieved of about 75% of the pain. And it felt like for the first 3 days, it felt like there was nothing. Like I felt like I was floating as happy as I possibly could have been. And Then on day 4, there was some more maneuvering around, and I started feeling too good. And the leads moved a little bit because this was a temporary one. They're not really fastened in with anything. And it changed. There wasn't as much relief, but that first 3 days, these machines are so amazing that I couldn't explain how happy. It's been 15 years of dealing with that. So,
Where'd you have the surgery at?
Pensacola and the Clearaway. It was it's a SCS, which is they put a spinal cord stimulator into you.
Ooh.
And it's a temporary one, so they just put the leads in and everything's taped together, so you're not supposed to. That's why I was laying flat last week.
Right.
So today they took out the temporary one and scheduled me for on Monday to put the permanent in.
Cool.
And the permanent gets installed inside of your body. So basically, the other day when you were saying like Tony Stark, JD, it's almost 100% true. It's a reactor, basically. It's a 10-year battery.
Oh, well, we know what you're going to be cosplaying at the cons.
See, yes, that is.
Sorry, guys. Billy came over. He had a couple questions. So I heard my name, but what?
Talking about you, not to you.
Okay, cool. I can respect that. I say it twice a day to my kids. The last thing I heard was 10-year battery, I think, or something crazy like that, which is kind of neat.
Putting a miniature arc reactor in one of our friends.
Yes. Excellent.
I hurt myself today. I got stuff.
Okay, hold on one second. And I'm popular tonight. Hold on.
You say he hurt himself today?
Yeah, but I think it's financially. Hold on.
And say just to see if he still feels.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Will.
All right. I'll go Mr. Studio. Quentin Beck. I'm wondering how far they're going to take MCP. It seems like it's taken off quite a bit, so I hope it's around for a while.
I don't know. We had that sort of conversation, I think, a couple weeks ago. They've got so many characters they can. I mean, we still don't have final four. We don't have the final four, or the Fantastic Four for that matter. Plenty of X-Men left to go. More from space. I mean, especially with the casting announcement yesterday of they actually cast Adam Warlock for Guardians 3.
Yeah.
So.
And who's he playing this time?
Who what?
Who's he going to be playing? In Guardians.
So, who? Adam Warlock?
Yeah.
That's his character's name.
That's the character.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was the name of the actor.
No, that's the character's name.
Him.
Okay, hold on.
Warlock in the Infinity Watch.
Oh heck. Have you seen Have you seen any of the Maze Runner movies?
No.
What else was the kid? What else has the guy been in?
He was in We're the Millers.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay.
You guys are getting paid?
That's who it is. Well, he's going to be in a lot of things here coming up. He's in a movie about big pharmacy too right now.
Is that him or is that the guy that played Jerome in Gotham? Because they look very similar.
I believe it is the dude who was like, you got paid. I believe that's who it is.
Okay.
He's a great actor, though.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody who can act that goofy and that dumb for me is just a win-win. You're right. And I think Jason Sudeikis is pretty much a genius too.
Oh, absolutely.
His
And
timing is.
I still haven't even seen Ted Lasso, but yes, he is brilliant. You want to know my favorite role of him? Ever was just as the guy that ran for 5 minutes in those old "What's Up with That" sketches
Oh, good.
on Saturday Night Live. He would literally just sit there for 5 minutes and do the Running Man nonstop. You know he had to be tired,
Yeah. That would make me tired.
but it was hilarious. And I do truly, truly hope that I do now have the What's Up with That stuck in everybody's head for the week.
I think I'm going to bust out some cheat mode paints.
Yeah?
Yeah, and do a little contrast.
Hey, it's a good tool. It's what I used on Killmonger's pants last night. I painted them all up and then contrasted instead of washed it. And I think it made it look really cool. So go for
I'm
it.
just, looking at all these horns, and it's like, do I really want to paint 10 sets of horns and beaks and talons, or
Or
do
a
we just want
skeleton horde.
or do we just want a skeleton horde it, cheat it, and call it done?
Yep.
I mean, they're Zangors. They're not going to be on the table very long anyways.
Right.
You say that now. Watch the first time you play them, they make it through the whole entire game.
Only if nobody shoots at them.
Are they that bad?
And yeah, they have a 5-up save. One wound each.
Geez, they remind me of my poxwalkers.
Well, that's kind of what they are. They're the demon filler troop for Thousand Sons.
Ah. Do they have the demon keyword?
I'd have to check the codex. They may. They are a Age of Sigmar unit as well. Actually, I think the box only shows them as an Age of Sigmar unit.
Right. Yeah, we had that like 2 weeks ago. We were talking about that. I watched, I don't play them, but Total War 3's coming out in early 22. And if you Age of Sigmar, they're bringing out what would be China and India in the old world. So they're getting the Grand Alliance of Cathay, and that's basically China. So they got 2 characters in it that are freaking. You can play them as human, and then you can transform them into these giant Chinese dragons. They look amazing.
Yep.
Okie dokie then. And it's still got a little wetness in it. I'll drop a little bit longer.
I thought about that.
Is that Greg I hear in the background?
Is Trevor.
Okay.
He's got a game tonight.
Well, we know JD plays Space Marines, Space Wolves to be exact. So what are the other big armies around the store right now?
Oh, we have a very, 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 very good mix of all of them right now, except for maybe Eldar. There's like one Eldar player, but there's a couple Drukhari players, a couple Harlequin players. Tau players are sort of hiding right now, but plenty of Death Guard, plenty of Necron, Chaos. I mean, Admech. I mean, there's plenty. Sisters. We got a good mix.
Now, last night, how many people were up there painting yesterday during the day?
I just had 2 yesterday.
Okay. It's so hard with everything going on, but it's so nice with the party, or the idea of this is it actually makes you, you're right, sit down and want to actually do it so you can communicate and keep up with everything.
Well, I joke. It's like this is the only day out of the week I actually get to talk with JD for a little bit.
He stays busy.
Yeah, he's always got people, hey JD, hey JD, hey JD, up at the shop. So he stays pretty tied up.
Supposed to get a cold front coming through this weekend. Remember how we were saying about talking about the weather? We're supposed to be getting a cold front. It's supposed to be 57 degrees over here this weekend in the morning. I'm like ready for it.
You're not kidding.
Being fat and in Florida, obviously you guys are pretty much the same weather, but it doesn't do well over here when it's 90 degrees and it's supposed to be October.
Yeah, I much prefer cold weather over hot weather.
Oh, but I think it's the cold, the rain, like the rainy cold. Those kind of days are torturous. But now the cold when I went to my parents with the snow last year, that was great.
Man, that's cool.
See, with all the surgery, how the cold weather treats me this year.
How many you gotta have, Benson?
Huh?
How many surgeries have you got to have?
I've had 2, and hopefully that's the end of it.
Yeah. Wish you a speedy recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Same
What
way
was
with
the
you,
date?
Brian.
Oh, I thank you. What was the date on your last one, Benson?
July 9th.
Wow.
So they said it would be about 6 months to fully heal.
And what level of vertebrae was that?
C5.
See, those are, and you can't help but they move so much. I mean, even sitting still, you're moving it. That's a tough one.
Oop. Somebody's getting smacked.
That's
Sorry, guys. I'll be right back.
All right, man. Go take care of business. Oh, yeah. I think I gotta buy some more of these.
no, it just stays like Fight Club around here. I have the two girls just nonstop Fight Club. They're so close in age. They're only 9 and 10, or 8 and 10, and what a mess. So now your studio that you got set up down there, so is it in where do you keep it in the living room, or how do you set up? You have your own little room for it, or what's your paint setup like?
Oh, mine?
Mhm.
Oh, well, I built I took the last, uh, what, 30 feet of my mom and dad's front porch, and I enclosed it.
Okay.
Well, I turned it into basically an apartment. Well, it's just me now, and so I took pretty much the last maybe I got probably 10-foot section here. That's my studio.
Okay.
Yeah, I had oh man, I bought well, I'd ordered and I ordered a neon sign for my YouTube channel, and I'm figuring, it's going to be a pretty small sign, right? Because when I ordered it, it was $20 plus $1 and some change tax. So I'm like, okay, I can handle that. So I get this notification, hey, your sign has been shipped. They deducted the $20 out of my checking account. And I'm like, all right, my sign will be here. And I'm like, wait a minute, that can't be right. Because originally it came back, the guy sent me a picture of it, and it was 33 inches tall and 64 inches long. And I'm like,
For $23?
yeah. I'm like, okay, hold on a second. Something's wrong here. So I'm like, hey, I just got a notification saying the sign's been shipped and my account's already been, the money's already been deducted out of my account. He says, oh, that's just a deposit. I'm like, that ain't what it says on the website.
Oh wow! And what was the total for a neon sign? Because that blew my mind when you said $20. I'm like, heck, I do everything in neon signs.
Right. So yeah, so he sized it down to basically just a little over 16 inches tall and 22 inches long, and it was $470. And I
Whoa.
was like, nope, can't do that. I don't have $470 sitting in my checking account right now. No.
And especially for a light,
Yeah, not. I mean, I would have loved to have had it. It was because it was purple, because that's the color I had, asked for, and it was really nice looking. And I was like, yeah. Now, if they had said, hey, this is only a deposit, I would have said, okay, well, let's talk before I actually order it.
Wow, yeah, that's a surprise.
Yeah. And really that's the only problem I've had with Etsy. Is that one.
I'm trying to get into beekeeping.
Oh, that's cool. Have your own honey.
Yeah, well, and then my boss, the real honey, put their foot down and said that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. So,
yeah, don't mess up with that honey.
no, you don't want to do that.
No. Oh, that looks good. I'm happy with that. So I got um golden high flow paints. I bought a 10 pack. It kind of reminds me of GW's contrast paint. So one of the colors is magenta.
Like that. That's like a deep purple, right?
Yeah. So that's what I'm using for Mysterio's cape. And then I have a purple ink that I got from Liquitex that I'm gonna do some work with that on it. But yeah, that's turned out pretty good. Well, figure out. I'm spending. I gotta spend the money. I gotta buy the. I got. It's in my Amazon cart. 3 LED lights and stands. For the studio.
Okay.
And I got that, and I got a really good high powered video camera camcorder. So
So what's the YouTube channel then?
Silver Scratched Build. That's the name of it. I basically do the same thing we're doing right now. Paint miniatures, build hobby terrain.
Okay.
I've got. I know you can't see it; it's a mess, but if you look, let me drop the fan. All that is for terrain.
Oh wow.
I've got 10 of the number 2 cans. They're full of stuff. So yeah.
Now, when you're doing the videos, I don't know much about YouTube, but I know I watch a lot of videos, but I don't know much about it, like doing the actual, making them.
Right.
When you're making them, what's your kind of like your views, or what do you have a good following? How's that?
Right now I have 2 subscribers.
Okay, that's a start.
Yep, that's a start.
And how long have you been doing it?
A little over a month.
Oh man, that's great then.
Yeah. I've got 3 videos up. One, me painting. I started painting the power loader from Aliens, another glorious day in the core.
Right.
And the first one I put up is just a little preview. We got a box of at work. We got a box of our chicken holders that we put our 8-piece chickens in, and the rims were messed up. So my boss was gonna throw them away, and I said, no, don't do that. He says, what are you gonna do with them? I says, man, yeah, these make perfect sci-fi corridors.
Oh.
The design on them.
Yeah.
You turn them upside down. You look at it, man. It looks like you're walking down Hadley Hope in the movie Aliens.
Okay.
So yeah, they're pretty cool. So I'm gonna do some stuff with that, and then but yeah, and then I streamed. When was it? Saturday night. I streamed for an hour and a half live, and I finished up Omega Red.
It's cool though. I like doing it. I like talking and this kind of stuff. It's really even like when you're doing it, it's just mind. I don't want to say mindless because talking with you guys isn't mindless, but it's
Right.
just soothing because it's just not anything that we're talking about normal world. I mean, I enjoy this kind of conversation where it's just this total escape.
Right. Well, we're having a good time.
Right. Well, that's the escape is what you're looking for. Some people go to bars, some people do that, but for me, this is as enjoyable as going out.
Right. Oh, I tell you what, I was like, when I first started watching JD, I watched maybe 3 or 4 good episodes. I know I know I watched him paint his Space Wolves ATVs or whatever those things are, so that he could get ready for a tournament. And he did that on paint night one night. But I really like it with him doing the Marvel Crisis Protocol guys, because it's like he said, was it last week or the week before, that he can paint one guy, and this is no disrespect to you, Benson, but he can paint one guy, spend 3-4 hours on him, and he looks real good. If he was doing that to a squad of Space Marines, 10 guys, 40 hours later, and you've got a squad.
Why would that be disrespectful to me?
Well, because you're painting 40K right now. I was just using that as an example, just like he did. I'm the same way. When it comes to characters for 40K, I'll spend 5-6 hours on one. Try to make him look really, really good. And then when it comes to rank and file, I'll do my 3-color basics, and then I'll try to throw I'll try to pick out some of the little minor details on it, but with these guys, like Omega Red, I started him last Wednesday on Paint Party, and I painted him pretty much the whole entire time on Paint Party. So that was 3 hours, or little less than 3 hours. Then Saturday night, I streamed for an hour and a half. I painted him, which I finished him up. But I also took him to work with me last Thursday, and I didn't have to be at work till 10. And I got there at 6 o'clock that morning, and I sat in the cafeteria and I worked on his armor for a couple hours. So I've got 6.5 hours into Omega Red. I like the single aesthetics of painting characters all the time. It's a change. So, who's got any trivia questions out there? O'Brien's. Well, I was explaining something to him, and he's muted. Well, that's what I get for not looking at the video.
Sorry, my team gets confused and forgets what we're doing.
Oh, that's all right, man. I was explaining to you, like JD said, the concept of painting Marvel guys. They're all one character, so you can spend 3-4 hours on him, and make him look really, really good. And JD's he muted on me again.
Oh, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay. Well,
My kids come in and out, so I had to mute it because they decided it's happening now.
well, so you take one character, you paint on him for 3-4 hours, make him look real good. I've got 6.5 hours in on Omega Red. 3 hours last week on Paint Party, 2 hours the next day at work before I went to work, and then an hour and a half streaming live on YouTube Saturday night.
Okay.
Now painting, and then I told you, no disrespect to Vincent because he's painting 40K right now. If you were to put that same type of process into painting your rank and file in 40K or
Yes.
fantasy or any other type of game where you play with troop types, 6 hours, 10 guys, 60 hours to paint a squad. I'm sorry, but the only time I spend 60 hours on something is when I'm going to Golden Demon Awards, and I'm trying to win.
So what is Golden Demon?
Games Workshop, they used to hold it 4 times a year at their games days. It's a painting competition. It's like they hold there at G&G.
Yep.
But you talk about some of the cream of the crop come out for them. When I took my son, I took him up to Atlanta the first year they had Games Day in Atlanta. We drove up from New Orleans. And that year, the model that you got, because you get a limited edition figure when you buy your ticket.
Okay.
But it's once you show up, that's when you get it. Was Archeon on foot? Because up until then, they only had him on horseback. Now I think he's on a freaking demonic dragon or something. Well, we went up, had a great time. They had that year they had a mega battle between Imperial Guard and something else, but they had a full life-size Chimera, one of the tanks.
Okay.
In the background. And I played a couple of the registered games, and I was like, yeah, right. These games, their registered games were horrible because they built these lists that nobody in their right mind would build for a game. And that's what the list you had to play. And that year, the Tomb Kings were getting really, really big. So I wanted to play in the Tomb King, register game. And they had your rank and file skeletons and everything, but they didn't have any bows. All they had were sword and shield and spears. And I'm like, it's the only skeletons in the whole entire game that can carry bows, and y'all didn't know. Nah. Well, anyway, I had bought a Bloodthirster. It was when they had just reintroduced the greater demons to the line and had gone from the little bitty ones to the bigger ones. Not the ones that they have today, but the metal ones. and I had bought one, and I spent probably 100 hours on him. And that was putting him together, pinning him, green stuff in his arms, you know, to where it didn't there where the joints didn't look like they were jointed anymore. Uh, I I didn't glue his head on until after I had painted it. So, but yeah, and then my son entered, and he was still under the age of 14, so he was able to enter the Young Bloods contest, and he took first place in the Young Bloods with a limited edition Marauder figure that you got in the Chaos Army box.
That's
Which
cool.
I was very proud. I got honorable mention with my Bloodthirster. It was really nice. I didn't win nothing, but I did get honorable mention. That was good enough for me.
Well, that's awesome.
So yeah, but yeah, Golden Demon is a very prestigious painting competition. The guys that do it now, there's one guy on YouTube that's what he did, and he's like he's probably got 20 or 30 Golden Demons, the trophies.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I watched him paint. I watched him paint a zombie bust, and I think it was maybe a 30 or 40 minute video of him just painting the skin, and that was at times parts sped up. So yeah, there's no telling how many hours he spent on just the skin.
Wow.
Yeah, that is I bet you anything these are going to be good in an airbrush.
Yeah, I never thought in a million years I'd be able to find as much time in something like this for one little piece. And it's, and then you're like, wow, 8 hours later, I'm still working on the same thing. You just lose yourself in it.
Oh yeah, these are going to be good for airbrush. That's cool. Well,
So,
I love it. I love painting. I always have. I mean, I've got acrylic paints, I got airbrush paints, I got thin down paints, I've got inks, I've got oil paints.
As soon as you said that, the only thing I could think of is Bubba Gump from Forrest Gump. I got fried shrimp. I got grits.
Bubba.
Bubba, yeah. Got fried shrimp, green beans, fried.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I hope nothing but the best for it. I hope you get a bajillion subscribers here sooner than later. And
I'm gonna keep going. I'm not giving up. this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I now have a chance to do it. So I'm gonna keep going. And I, that's like I called JD yesterday. Was it yesterday I called him?
Yeah, probably. No, it was Monday.
Was it Monday?
Yeah.
And because I was going to be like, hey, next time I live stream on YouTube, would you think Tommy would get mad, or would it be okay with Tommy if I gave G&G a shout out? So yeah, I really like it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
My things are like super heavy points and then like nothing. Nice. I don't have. Although we can share. Or have another.
What color are we gonna do? I guess we do that. You write that.
I don't have any signers. Oh, that means I'm definitely gonna take a thing right now. Unless you're great nice. Everybody's a signer. Unless you're great nice. Skill set again. So what's your strategy? Kill things.
Man, I'm going crazy over here.
What's that?
I'm just like sit down and paint, and then 14 messages. My mom called, which I hadn't talked to her in a week, so 40K players thinking I'm talking to them.
You're streaming.
But anyway, no, it's just like I can't get off of my phone to actually sit and paint today. It's kind of annoying me. But it's okay.
You're a well-loved guy.
Something. Or people are like, let's annoy him. You know what I did with Black Widow last night worked so well. I'm gonna do it on Hawkeye.
What was the non-oil?
Doing like 14 lightnings with dry brushing, and then just a bunch of non-oil washes to bring it back down, but still look highlighted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well on her, and it's really easy to do. But because I also want to, like I did that red and the blue on him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's too bright, so we're actually I'm gonna dry brush over it with the grays and then Nuln Oil all of it and see if that'll deepen the colors like I want it.
That ought to work.
Here's hoping.
I really do need to get around to cracking those My Hero packs.
You hadn't opened them yet?
Nope.
Balls.
Well, tonight's the first night this week that I've felt halfway sporty in the evening.
That's fair.
That's why I was joking earlier about I'm going to crack the packs on stream.
Do it. I mean, that's what I did with my first box. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm like, I don't know what I'm pulling, but this is what I got.
Did you get anything good?
I mean, yeah, not during the stream part, but I did pull the most expensive card in the set so far.
Oh, well, that's cool.
I pulled that actually on Monday night. Yeah, so it's a extra rare version of the secret rare, so it's like 14 different kinds of rare.
Uh-huh.
Right now it's market value is 350.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
And how much did you you can tell me shut up, none of my damn business, but how much was a box?
The boxes are $99.99. But I actually got that one when I just bought 3 packs on a whim.
Okay, so you just like paid for your booster box and your
paid for 3.5 booster boxes.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping it retains value in the future because then I can just buy a house with it.
Is that the same card that Greg pulled?
Yep. So when I talked to our rep for the company that sold it to us on Monday and told her that Greg had pulled one, she was very excited because from all her stores around the country, she had not heard of anybody pulling a secret rare in the extra slot. So nobody had pulled an extra secret rare. That was the first one she'd ever heard of. She knew it existed, but she hadn't heard of anybody pulling one yet. And then I pulled one the next day. So we've got 2 in one store of this crazy rare card, which is pretty neat.
And wow. That's interesting.
Yep.
Well, that was like when Versus first came out. We were all going after Hulk Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the most powerful card in the entire game.
In this case, it doesn't matter. Usually, I just put them all in the objection. And then I put them on and I push away. Maybe a little, like obviously, we're like fashion. Here, possible. Is there this color? Track what you got. And the vinegar that you referred to, too, is not. But there's like. At all. Yeah, they're there. You still shoot. Vindicare guys.
Hawkeye might be my new favorite model ever
Why is that?
because, you know, I like painting faces and everything, but he's wearing Ray-Bans, so I don't actually have to paint his eyes. So I get to paint his face, but I don't have to worry about him, looking in the right direction.
Uh-huh.
It's not a legit model.
I'm gonna let Hawkeye dry for a little bit.
They can walk through these buildings. I can walk through these walls.
I was abducted, and then I ate a big slice of ice cream cake. So I'm
Sounds
good.
like the worst. Sounds like the worst abduction story ever.
It is like my stories, JD, aren't really that exciting. I could say I'm a lot better if I wasn't always partaking, but my stories would be a little bit more clear.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying I'm gonna get abducted to eat ice cream cake.
Oh yeah,
the
I was.
worst.
I was practically abducted, JD. My child came running in here, ripped me out of the room, and said, "It's time for cake."
Yeah,
And
that's what
when
I'm saying.
she-
That's worst abduction ever,
It is.
or best.
I know. But no, so she comes walking in. I got a 10-year-old now, so the little one came in and said, "We're doing the cake right now," and I'm like, "I'm coming for cake."
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh. So Orktoberfest is a thing. I like that. That's a cool name for the paint competition.
Yeah. I
just
mean, I
won't
can't take 100% credit, but yeah.
I think it's a good idea for it. I know we were passing some ideas around. Hopefully, I won't be able to make them over for this one yet because I know I'm going to be down and I'm not going to be driving over there quite yet. But for the next one, November,
Mm-hmm.
that should be a good one too. That's 'cause I know there's a lot of stuff coming up. That's a tough.
So I think historically I've done, even though we did it last month, so I won't do it in November, but that's usually like another group or team for togetherness for family because Thanksgiving and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll have to think of something to go with that. And usually there's a holiday theme to December's, but I don't know if I want to do that again this year. Although the Necron with the candy cane was pretty hilarious last year.
That would have been funny, yeah.
Is this my role?
Yeah, no, I was saying earlier, I haven't seen any of the new G&G videos in the last couple of weeks. What happened?
So
You guys were
there was
turning
that
them out pretty quick.
Yeah, we're actually supposed to shoot a couple this week. However, so 2 weeks ago I had my foot issues, and that made it really hard to do anything. Then last week I wasn't trying to mess with Tommy. Tommy had his boy was in town for the week, and Tommy's time I felt was I didn't even ask, right? Like I was like he needs to spend time with Thomas. So this week we're hoping to shoot a couple. I want to get one for the GWF, and also it's been time to do our next parody song. But Josh is sick at the moment. He said today he's feeling better and will hopefully be better the next day or so, so enough for me to be able to shoot something. Now, if you will excuse me for 1 second, I got to mute again.
Okay. That's vision.
All right. I'm going to decide what color we're doing the headdresses on these guys.
Let's see if we can get a.
Okay, that one wasn't that bad.
What do you think of the cape? Can you tell?
Was that the magenta again?
Yeah.
It looks
It's,
good.
And then for the higher areas of it, I mixed in some titanium white to lower the value, and then I darkened it up. Now I'm fixing to put a purple ink over it.
There you go. I'm going to fight with vision some more.
Okay. Here we go. Oh.
Don't want to use that. I want to use it. Where is it? Hello.
What is the normal shelf life on a paint that's been open? How long do they normally last? What's the? Do they
It
dry
really
out?
depends
Or?
on really depends on how well the seal is maintained once it's closed back up. Like if paint gets in that, around the edges, so it doesn't seal well, then it's not going to last that long. But if you've got a good seal, it should last fairly long. And it is pretty easy to, as long as there's some semblance of moisture in it, then it can be reconstituted with a couple drops of water.
Okay.
And it all depends. You're using acrylics, right?
I'm using the Citadel. Yeah.
You could also get a flow improver. That would help also with the reconstituting it.
I got all gung ho and I started opening up every paint, and then, every paint top that I have has residual gunk over it. I'm like the 5-year-old with paintbrushes. So I'm like, oh, look, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
It's
Samesies.
I'm
It's
like,
everywhere.
And I'm over here having no idea what I'm doing.
Any plans for this weekend?
This weekend is Horror Graw, so yes.
Ooh, what do we got going on for that?
It's our annual Halloween con, basically. So we're gonna have artists, vendors, panels.
Saturday
contests.
and Sunday, or just Sunday or Saturday?
It's just Saturday on this one.
Okay. Man, I'd run the whole crew over there for that. That'd be fun. But we got a corn maze thing going on, and an ice hockey game that they're wanting to go to for the evening.
You're in Florida, right?
Dude, you have no idea. I've never watched it, but maybe like once or twice every few years. But one of our friends messaged us and they're like, "You want to go to the hockey game? Just go hang out and eat the junk foods." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, get some fun in before I go and get this operation." I'm like, "I'll go sit there for a little while in the stands with you."
Yeah.
And
I'm just
so we're gonna wedge that in and get that in there with this weekend, so we can get all the fun in before. And then my wife leaves for 3 weeks again for trial, so I'm gonna be all pro dad on deck. So I moved my stuff inside from my paint room over the last couple of days, so that I could at least be on paint night. And while the girls are yelling at each other, I can just mute.
Gotcha. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, simple life.
Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work. We're fixing to see though, y'all. Let's see if we can get this to turn gold.
Solid gold. Gold member. Oh, the other night I was talking about this, if you guys are into Switch games or if you play Nintendo or the nostalgia of the new Metroid.
Yeah, I hear it's fun.
It is really good, but it's hard. I mean, I was not anticipating that kind of stress for a Metroid, same screen, not gigantic world, but it feels pretty big.
Cool.
It's more like the first one than anything.
Mm-hmm.
But now watching you guys paint the crisis protocol pieces makes me want to paint them too, because you learn more about them and stuff like that. But there's so many game pieces and so many things to do. You just get all consumed with it, and then you're like, which piece am I supposed to do next?
Right. Well, that's why I've literally when I sat down and realized I only had a couple left of the Avengers that are in Civil War, that's my goal now, is to paint the Avengers that were in Civil War. Then I'll flush out probably the rest of Wakanda, because that's what I like to play in the game.
That was a good movie.
Yes. And actually, the last one, technically part of Wakanda, is Storm. And so I may paint Storm last, and then I can do more X-Men. So,
Is Storm from Wakanda? Or how does she tie in?
she in the comics, she marries T'Challa at one point.
Oh, wow. I don't know enough about everything anymore. I'm just so far removed from.
That's all we ever hear over in this corner. So I've got to say, I'm pretty pleased with how that came out.
What'd you do?
Vision's cape. That sort of yellowy gold.
That looks like his cape from the. That actually looks like the. Nah. Dang, I can't even talk. His comic book cape.
Yeah. So I ended up using Deathclaw Brown, highlighted it with Xandri Dust, and then Morghast Bone, and then put Iyanden Yellow contrast over the top.
Ah, Xander Dust. That's what got it. Hey, I seen a Bob Ross Lego set today. I don't know if you've seen that yet. I almost ordered it just to bring it over and drop it off for you. If we could figure out how to get the Lego piece head to look like JD's head. But they literally have the Bob Ross Lego.
Nice.
So I'm going to try to see if I can't find that again and order the Bob Ross part for you for the next.
I missed out on it when we got them in. We actually got in a series of Bob Ross Pops, and there was one of the Bob Ross Pops that came just pure white with a paintbrush, and it was like paint your own Bob Ross.
That'd have been funny.
Awesome. All right, Hawkeye, are you dry? Ooh, yeah. So my plan worked on Hawkeye. He's got a hint of red and blue on him now. Yeah. Oh, there comes the murdering of the kids. One's murdering another one.
Get him! Get him!
Round 2, fight. I wasn't saying mute it, Brian. I was wanted to hear what happens.
See, that's the thing is, other parents are you're sitting there like, oh, it's not just my kids.
And
no, mine for some reason don't understand that the new microphone technology is really good.
Yeah.
And I'm not out in the garage, so they can be picked up like 2 rooms.
Oh, dude, when I hate to think of it, but I wonder if that's why Chris stopped joining us, because he'd be trying to paint and then like somebody I don't know how far away from his paint area was, but somebody in the kitchen start doing dishes, and he'd be like, "Hey, Chris, I can just literally hear that 7 knives were just washed."
7.5 knives. Thank you very much.
Right.
No, I understand that entirely, because that's my big concern too. You want to be on and enjoy it, but then I also know that they know that tonight's like the only night that I do anything that's related to painting anymore right now.
Yeah.
And for that 1 or 2 hours, you think, why don't you guys just read a book instead of have Fight Club? I mean, you'd be, it's not going to hurt. And sure enough, Fight Club always seems to start right at 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah, they've spent all day being nice to each other, Dad.
Oh no! That's a lies. The Murray's test came back, and that is 100% a lie. Because if they're not fighting, I need to check on them because something's wrong.
Oh my God.
It's just 100% the truth, and that's. I don't want to say that's all kids, but that's my experience with my 2 girls.
So what's funny is when my eldest, when they reached a certain age and the twins were fighting, quiet time meant that Savannah had taken care of it. And I'm not sure if that meant we were going to the hospital or if they were just cowed well enough to be quiet for a while. It was great.
And see, it's funny because it's not like there's a lack of space where they can go and do their own thing. I purposely made it so that no kid, they each got their own bedrooms. They each have their own rooms. They have places they go. I'm not like locking them up here. They can go play.
Yep.
And 2 minutes into it, it's right there. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, of course, that's the way it is with kids.
Like during quarantine, the first couple weeks, it was like we had to get another PS4 because I was tired of hearing it. So or something like a Switch. I don't remember what we was like. All right, now there's at least 3 game systems that each one of them can play on something different. But you know what? That's not good enough because one wants to play with the other one's playing almost every day.
Always.
It's like, you spoiled little craps.
You know, I said that. I say that to myself in my head. I'm just like, you have no idea how good you've got it. Imagine being quarantined like this in the 80s. Could you think of how bad? Oh my god.
Oh, see, I mean, I probably would have been okay. I kind of quarantined myself as a child anyway. Like, I just sat in my room and played with my Legos, Micro Machines, G.I. Joes, and Transformers. Star Wars. Just sat in there and played.
Todd, thanks for the sad nerd story.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
Sad nerd stories are my forte.
Could have went any direction with that story, but it went right, right down the old sad nerd story.
Well, you know, an only child who's a sad nerd, you're gonna get sad nerd stories.
My nerd story was the waiting to go to the old Golden Eagle comics that used to be in the mall by us, and we would get the 1 pack of magic cards that week if we listened. And back then it was the revised. Boy, my sad nerd story is coming up. I
Okay,
didn't realize that, you know, the whole Shivan Dragon thing wasn't really going to work out for me.
right.
Wasn't really as important as the old dual lands were. And
Or that,
Yeah.
that pretty
Oh.
flower.
so there's my nerd story. I have a lot of Shivan Dragons, but some reason those dual lands were worth a lot.
I actually,
Yeah.
for being not a card player, I now own my first dual land.
Actual dual land?
Actual, like, yeah, I traded in a bunch of stuff from this last set and spent a little bit more and got a Tega.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. Now people are like, you play Magic? I'm like, yes. Damn it. My deck has a Tega, a Mana Crypt, a Coat of Arms, and a Cavern of Souls. I guess I have real Magic cards. Ugh.
I remember I traded 2 Cavern of Souls for 2 Restoration Angels. That didn't work out real well for me either.
Um,
The Avacyn Cavern, yeah. Because didn't they reprint them again in Masters?
I think so. I don't know. We're gonna get out of my range of knowledge here soon.
Oh, and he who has the range, myself, my range of knowledge is really small.
It's a little too bright still. Can't. Not bad. Mysterio's cape is purple.
Yay!
Yeah, especially yeah. See, I wouldn't fade the cat. Seventh grade.
Could write a whole book on sad nerd stories. That'd be actually pretty fun.
Right?
We call it Tears of Nerds. Things that you've done growing up that you regret now through selling, you know.
Oh, I know when it comes to selling. So I'm in New York, and we find we're moving to Auburn, Alabama. I want to say I was 12 or 13. So we had to have a garage sale. I had to get rid of a bunch of stuff. We weren't going to move all the way to Alabama, right? Well, I was just at the age where I sort of stopped playing with my G.I. Joes.
Oh.
So we sold the USS Flag at the garage sale for like $20.
Oh,
Yup.
I can't say nothing. I was the same way. I needed to pay off some debt, so I sold my Star Wars stuff.
Mm.
And I had every figure except for about 6 of them. I didn't have the Luke and Stormtrooper outfit. I was missing some of the more rare ones. But I had every ship, the Death Star. Yeah. So I went to the Cosmic Cat in Tallahassee, Florida. And this guy bought
There you go.
and I wound up selling.
Mm.
Well, I got a decent amount, not
Yeah.
what it was worth.
Right.
I mean, I had the rare Obi-Wan Kenobi with the cloth cape.
Nice.
You know, I didn't have the $12,000 FX7. I wish I had. But
It reminds me, like when you said so I had Luke and Star Trooper. I had all the Lukes except for the one I wanted, which I'm absolutely spoiled only child talking right now.
right,
But we could get them all, but I never did get black shirt Jedi Luke.
wow,
So I had, Farm Boy Luke. I had X-Wing Pilot Luke. But we could never find Jedi Luke.
Jedi Luke.
Not until it was past when it was worth, having.
Right. Yeah, I remember the first Christmas that they came out, and I got I got a 4-pack with Luke, Obi-Wan, R2, and C-3PO.
Yeah.
I got that 4-pack, and then I got the Death Star, and I got Darth Vader and 2 Stormtroopers. And that was my first Star Wars stuff.
It's not horrible.
Well, but that was my big thing. That and Matchbox cars.
Oh yeah. My problem was I don't want to say problem again. I mean, these are literally spoiled only children problems. But I was into not just Star Wars, but then I had to have all these G.I. Joes and Transformers, and then Mask, and then Micro Machines, and then Legos. I mean, it was just
Micro Machines with the ball were just amazing.
Oh yeah. No. I'm sure my parents were over it.
Did you ever have the Micronauts?
The Micronauts.
Yeah, they were they're around right about the same time as the Star Wars, and they were not a clear plastic, but they were colored plastic. They were almost see-through though. There was a whole range of them.
Mm-mm.
Mine was Star Wars and Micronauts.
My favorite
I
used to be. You remember the battle beasts? They were the little ones with like this.
They sounds familiar.
They had little things that you touch on their chest. And you'd hold your thumb down on it. They were
Oh, yes.
thermal activated.
Yes, dude, I love
Yes.
those things. I couldn't get
They-
enough of
yeah.
those.
Battle beasts. I looked them up again to make sure what they were.
Cool. I couldn't remember their names. Yeah, because it was like, oh, my water defeats your fire. Bam.
Exactly.
Yes.
It was the original magic. It was
Yep.
the original. The original.
Oh, Muscle.
always-
Remember Muscle?
Yeah, the Muscle Man.
Yeah, those were fun.
And you know you had to stretch Armstrong.
I didn't.
What?
I had a Pulsar. He was cool.
The one where you took the air out of him and then like vacuumed him shut.
No, he was this big beefy blonde guy, and he had a pump in his back, and you took his shirt off, and his chest was clear, and you could see his lungs and his heart and his intestines, and he pumped him. And when you pushed the button on his back, his lungs moved and his heart pumped and blood ran through it.
That's pretty cool too.
I never had the little G.I. Joes, but I had the big ones.
So, if you could pick best action figure of all time, what would that be?
It had to be Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Okay. With his, does he have like karate chopping arm action?
No, he had a guitar that he would smash into the ground.
He only got banned after they realized that his tongue did not work. He just fell out.
Oh, I was so upset when I bought my Boba Fett. Because the rocket didn't launch out of his backpack.
Speaking of rocket launches, did you see Mr. William Shatner has now been to some form of space today?
Oh yeah, he flew the Blue Horizon, that was the name of the ship, or whatever it is.
The
He
SS
was-
Bezos. Yes.
He was wearing a yellow. He was wearing a yellow shirt or a yellow jacket, and the rest of the crew was wearing red.
Hmm. I think that would be a pretty cool trip to feel that gravity, the weightlessness. But I would hate to have seen what kind of bill that. I mean, he probably went for free for notoriety reasons. But I'd like to see how much that would cost just to send a general. The breakdown of what it would.
Somewhere in the vicinity of around $30 million per ticket.
Wow.
Yep, I'm fine on the ground. Thanks.
I
Yep.
will take 0.000001 flights to. So no, last week when I was speaking of the $30 million, last week when I was put under, I was like telling the guys that if I can feel better, I'm going to give you guys all millions of dollars. I don't have millions of dollars to give to them, so the rep goes, "Why don't you bring them some candy bars from the 100 grand variety?" And I'm like, "That's a great idea."
And they gave you some good stuff if you try to throw out millions of dollars.
JD, I didn't feel anything.
about 2 weeks after that, I was stuck at home.
Hmm.
Tyler told me to play.
I've literally been painting one color this entire time.
Tyler's gonna be quite persistent.
And after 475 hours, I finally got the 1 inch of the model painted red.
Yes.
Oh,
Saturday, I have to work.
Now, are you dressing up for Halloween, JD?
No.
I don't know if you're coming in costume to the con.
No, I have to still complete it. I don't even have my actual wardrobe for it yet. I have my prop. That's all I have. Well, I have my prop and my looks. That's all I have for my costume.
Well, then you're more than halfway there.
What's your prop?
A real version of this.
Well, a lightsaber.
Yeah. Like
Cool.
no, specifically that one.
That's cool.
I just need old Luke's robes and a metal hand, and I'll be good to go. Maybe a jug of green milk.
Blue milk. Blue milk.
Not when he's old Luke, it isn't.
Oh, man, it still looks blue to me.
Maybe I'm not the only colorblind one.
No, but I am losing my eyesight.
Well, that's not good.
Well, I got to wear glasses now. So, I
Actually,
am
I've been-
getting old.
I'm excited. Is it bad that I'm excited that I have another eye appointment next week?
No.
Maybe they can put magnifiers in these glasses. That'd be awesome.
Jackson knows it's part of it. And it's like a big monument around the light. It's just fun to do that with friends. Like,
Definitely gonna have to. Wow.
That's not.
Yeah.
No.
He's buying stuff I can't tell him. He's not doing anything on that. I'm letting you know, so there's no company. Yeah, I know. I'm letting you know so you don't look at it by his ring.
Does not lose that.
He's there.
So you gotta scroll.
So yeah, might have to get a new figure to paint for the next competition. Everything I have is too small. So quiet. So now, JD, do you stream this across more than one platform for tonight's thing, or is it just through the StreamYard? Or is it just your Facebook, or is it on Twitch too?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he's got it on Twitch and YouTube now.
Now, when you said about subscribers, I guess, does that mean that people pay for it, or how does this? What is subscription?
No. When you subscribe to a channel, and you can, basically, it's just you. It's basically like following somebody on Instagram,
Okay.
but you're just subscribing to that channel. So, and then they've got like notifications, so uh you get notifications like through your phone or something when a new video comes up, things like that. Excuse me.
Let's see here. I'm trying to pull it up now on YouTube. See if I can find yours. And what did you say it was called? What's the page called?
Silver Scratch Built.
There's. Let's see. Found how to make silver. Hmm. Why am I finding every video, everything that says scratch built, but not silvers?
Put an apostrophe. It should have came up in it's SIL, capitalize. Try that. The first letter in each one, and put a apostrophe in between the S on silvers. My
Shows you how tech savvy I am. I think this is it. There you go. Now you got 3.
Yep. Cool.
I just didn't know if it was like a charging thing or if it was just to say, check out their videos.
No, it's for when people get charged. That's like for Patreon, and that's but I have a Patreon account, but I'm not ready to put it on there yet.
Okay.
Because I mean, I have a Discord server for Silver Scratch built already. I have a Patreon account for it and all that. It's just, like the lowest Patreon account that I have is like, I think $5. I've got to go back in and reconfigure it because I want to try to get it to where it's lower for just the basic Patreon. And that's for like behind the scenes where you get full videos instead of edited ones. Because most of the time when a video goes up, they're edited.
Okay.
Unless you do like a live stream.
Now, do they have a how long do they stay up for? Forever, or is there a certain?
Well, once your video goes up, it's on your page permanently.
Okay.
And that's like even a live stream video.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you did it live, it stays on your page, and you can go back and watch it multiple times.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a YouTube video up from years ago when I was playing a MMO, and we were beating one of the hardest bosses in the game. Actually, I think it was the hardest boss in the game at the time. And we were posting links to him on our website for recruitment to show other players, like, hey, we're down in this guy.
Right.
Was that for WoW?
No, it was for EverQuest 2.
No. It's a cool game.
That was a long time ago.
It's been a minute. I mean, I played the original EverQuest for years and then played EverQuest 2 for years.
Man.
You guys are making me feel old now when you start talking about EverQuest.
Hey, I played Ultima Online. I think Ultima Online is like not counting, MUDs and stuff like that. I think Ultima Online was like the very first real open world MMO.
I'm excited for the new Halo to come out. I heard it's got some technical difficulties, but I've been looking forward to that one since the last one.
Well, I was looking really forward to the 40K MMO that they have out right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the in the App Store. I was like, oh yes, I'll be able to play 40K again. Solo pretty much. And then I found out you can only play Space Marines, and I was like, I don't want to play Space Marines. I want to play my good old Death Guard. I want to play Chaos.
It'll eventually get there, I'm sure.
They got another one coming out sometime in 22 called Chaos Gates, but it's about the Grey Knights. And there we go again. And I'm like, well, okay, once again, Space Marines. I just never have been a I don't know, a loyalist Space Marine fan.
So you like the rebel side a little bit more.
I like the bad guys. Oh, don't get me wrong. I had a Dark Angels army. It's the most gayest, pimped up army I ever painted. They were, instead of being Dark Angels green and with white talberd, they were metallic blue and purple with chartreuse talberds. I was like, yeah. And then I bought I got the corresponding blue and purple with glitter in it. And I did a librarian mounted on a jet bike, and he had his hand out, and I put the purple glitter paint on his hand to make it look like he was casting a psychic spell.
That's the cool part about it, is there's so many possibilities. Just make whatever you want.
Well, you used to could. I'll tell you what. Shoot, used to you when I get see, I've been playing for God, I haven't played 9th, but I played all the other ones, and I've been a 40K fan since first edition, Rogue Trader. And back then, you could create your own vehicles, your own dreadnoughts, your own robots. It wasn't, they didn't have, they had figures for it, but your robots, you actually had to. They had a thing in the red book, the compendium, for writing programs for your robots. And you had to follow that program for that robot to work right. It was pretty cool. I liked it. But my thing was creating my own vehicles. I went out and bought a Russian 135th scale T-34 78 model. Didn't put the tracks on it. Left the tracks off and converted it into a hover tank.
All right, back. Sorry about that, y'all.
And I've been a Death Guard fanatic ever since first edition, when I got hold of the Lost and the Damned. And I had a Death Guard Space Marine up in the, Trader Marine sitting up there in the turret.
We We've been invaded, it looks like, because it has been savagely kicked the door open. So
Old man Warhammer.
I don't know. I mean, the only heretic right now is Benson paying Thousand Suns.
Yeah, here was like, if nothing else, like base coat with the color you're doing.
Now, JD, I was asking earlier, does this one stream out to different platforms too?
Yes, actually. So today is the second day that all of our streams are now also simultaneously going to YouTube. So we actually go to G&G's Facebook page, we go to G&G's Twitch, my Twitch, and YouTube now. So, woohoo!
Nice. You'll be at like 50,000 views in no time. Then your plan to take over the world will slowly happen.
Darken.
Excellent.
What?
Hey, the way I look at it, it's on YouTube, so I'm getting double exposure. Yes, thank you, JD. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Well, after realizing that there's some websites where people are making like $1 million in a day off of views. Now, don't get. We all know what they are. We don't have to get into that, but it just blows my mind that there's that many people watching videos all the time, and you got to think about it. How often do you sit there and scroll through those mindless videos? I'm like, pretty much all the time.
Unless I'm watching one of the programs that I watch on my streaming channels, I'm on YouTube.
Yep.
Either trying to get a video edited or watching a video.
Think of the bots.
And here lately, I've been, mainly watching some of the more high-end painters. Just watching their styles of paints, especially the guys who use the oils for washes. Because I really want to try that. I don't know if I want to try it on a miniature yet, but I really want to do it for the terrain, because you can make great rust effects and streaking effects and everything with the oils. So I'm looking forward to that.
Create my only page where I just sit here and paint. 10 million views and $20 million.
Oh, man.
All right, so I may have a solution, thanks to Brandon, who just showed up, to my vision problem.
Glasses.
No, this vision, this jerk.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, I'm
Still
gonna
gotta finish that Duff beer can.
Oh, man.
No, that Duff beer can stay destroyed. I'm not trying to write Duff on a squinchy part of a tiny ass piece with a brush.
Forever.
That does not mix well. Well, even if Greg didn't join us on screen today, at least he is watching for a bit.
Well, that's cool.
Well, what's the idea?
That's Crazy Jimmy. Is the Griggs.
Ow.
All right, we're gonna take this since I forgot to bring my wet palette again.
All right. Well, my neck is starting to bother me. I think I'm gonna tap out.
You gonna leave us?
Yeah, I'm starting to hurt.
All right, buddy. We'll go feel
Go
better.
relax.
Yeah,
All right,
get some
y'all good?
rest, man.
We're all falling apart.
Hey, oh shoot, I was going to ask him before he left. Hey, did he get to try out Protocol this past weekend?
No. Well, not that I'm aware of. Greg, what are you doing with the cat emojis?
Oh,
Come on, man.
Meow.
Okay, so Greg is able to answer that question.
because now I'm anxious to try Crisis Protocol because it seems like it'd be easier to get into than Warhammer.
I mean, yeah, you don't need full squads and.
You just need friends. You just
That's right.
We're still working on that.
What?
I just did a mix. I may have the right weirdish gray green that Vision is. Let's see.
You figured, with Protocol, you drop 100 for the core set. Okay, you get everything you need to play with that, good guys and bad guys, and some decent bad guys and some decent good guys. You get Ultron, Doc Ock, Baron Zemo, Red Skull. That's 4. Who's the 5th bad guy?
Crossbones.
Crossbones. Okay. Then you get Spider-Man, Iron Man, Black Widow, Cap,
And other Cap.
and other Cap.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. That's right. So basically, you get Endgame. Avengers. Plus, don't you you get some terrain pieces, a couple
Yep,
of
get a-
cards.
Get some cars, street lamps, dumpsters, magazine kiosk.
And then the cards that you need for the characters, and then the tactical cards and all that kind of stuff. And then that's really all you need to play. And then you pick up, you can pick up other heroes and villains. I want Mr. Sinister.
Just want a whole team of Wolverine.
You can do that.
Not really.
You can. I just won't mention how.
He's dressed as Wolverine, dressed as Black Widow. Wolverine dressed as Captain.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, like you can't. You can have proxies of Wolverine, but you can't have Wolverine running around 2 or 3 times.
Right.
That'd be funny.
Now I tell you who I'm waiting to see if they put her in. I want to see them put X-23 in.
I'm sure we'd get her at some point. But there's way more X-Men to come out probably first.
Oh, well, of course. I mean, I know she's not a not on the top tier, but I want Juggernaut when he comes out. And I definitely would have to get two Ghost Riders. One to do them regularly, and then one to do them with Blue Flames as the Spirit of Vengeance.
Yeah, come get you some Ghost Riders.
You know how hard it is for me to get over there? Shoot, I'm still having trouble trying to. It's rough.
Every single one of those guns. Sure. I'm gonna take it down. You want me to say something? At this point, yes, sir.
I'm about to buy all the camera stuff and just go over there and start filming gameplay for you.
Do it.
Just so that I can see how to play.
They made it with these plywood for the back. I got the letters cut out.
COVID really put a damper on all that stuff, though. I started wanting to play. I got real into it. And then it was like, oh, this happened.
Right.
But then again, if it wasn't for COVID, I wouldn't have found it because I was Googling all the things to get into, and that's how this came up. I wanted a Ghost Rider that had the car instead of the motorcycle. I didn't know he had a car.
What was it?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. he had a car, right?
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. he had a car. Yeah, but the thing is, anything he gets in turns into his, whatever he gets in can turn into that, into the ride.
Okay.
Have you seen the second movie?
Just the first one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, second movie is terrible. I mean, really is. There's only one really good scene in it. It's where Ghost Rider appears. They're in this like rock quarry, and they've got one of these big rock machines that digs up the rocks and moves it around and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He gets into it, and it turns into this big flaming rock quarry digging rock machine. It's wicked. Best part of the whole entire movie.
He's like, now I can really dig some limestone for some concrete footings.
Yeah.
Still 5. 4 is an even, 5 is less, and then 6 is double. Literally.
Sounds like we got some Dungeons and Dragons going on.
No, actually some 40K going on behind us.
If I listen quietly, I'll figure out how to play it eventually.
Yes.
Everyone's 24 shots, 17 hits, 2 wounds.
24 shots, 17 hits, 2 wounds. Sounds like orcs.
Nope, it was against the demon. Against your favorite, Papa Great Unclean One.
Oh, how dare they?
What, do two actual wounds?
Yeah. Well, no, because he could shrug those off,
Well,
or did or
it
do they still? Huh?
sounds like he shrugged off the other 17 hits.
Yeah, that's yeah. Nurgle's pretty bad.
Ugh. This painted on way lighter than it looks like when I made it.
What's that?
This color I sort of created.
It's like an olive.
It's a grayish green. I had Brandon help me because he was here. You know, he can. He grabbed me the Iron Rack skin, which has a green tone to it. He said that looks like how the MCU vision is, but I added some black to it because it's way too bright. But and that's where we sort of come up with. I'm gonna have to shade it something, and I'm not sure which color to shade it. If I shade it Nuln Oil or a brown, I don't want to shade it the Militarum green. I think that's going to put too much of the leaf green on it. Leaf green. So, but Nuln Oil, since it's gray green, maybe I'll mix Nuln Oil and the Ministar. Ooh, that's a possibility. I don't know.
Well, you could always paint paint a little bit on a piece of something, and then sprue or something, and then paint the no-no over it and see how it comes out before you.
Or I could do the thing where I mixed it here and paint it on top of that and see how it looks. That's a good idea. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. What
Yep,
you're about to do there
Let's try
before
that.
you actually put it on the model.
On my fake palette. Instructions.
Yeah, there you go.
Enchantress. Well, that actually might work. Ooh, but while we're doing this, let's see what the Militarum green looks like on it. Man, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Good catch, Silver. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's why I have a palette now, a paint palette now.
That actually doesn't look bad either.
Which one did you put on it?
So this side is Nuln Oil. This side is the Militarum green.
I like that one better.
I think I do too. I gotta make sure it's not. I gotta make sure it's not too thick though.
Right. I like that.
Yeah, I think that looks fine.
And then what if I take this and add it on to it afterwards? To maybe put the gray back in it. Might do that. All right. Well, let's have fun with that.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that shade of gray looks fine for this.
It's so light.
Gotcha.
It's so light.
Well, like I said, like 2-to-1 mix or something.
Well, that's what I did, and I darkened it. That's the darkened version.
Okay, we'll try 1-to-1.
I'm just gonna now wash it.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna deepen it with the Militarum green first, and then Nuln Oil to add that gray back in. Hopefully.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
No, it's good. I mean, I like it. I just need it darker,
Fair enough. All
and then
right.
I'll go back in with red and play around.
Gotcha.
But
All right.
I just want him done. I want him out of my life.
Fair enough then.
Mm. And just like that, the relationship was over.
That's right. Vision can. Yeah, Vision can just go be happy with Wanda somewhere, and that's fine.
you all think of ever having any like game testing, like create your own games and test them, like have different people like almost come to visit to show off their new games?
Yeah, we've actually had things like that in the past.
I had one. Just never could get the pieces for it. I probably could now, but
You can see.
We better dress up as a police with our troops
You gotta do that too.
all the time, every 5 minutes.
So, 13 attacks total. I rolled 3 already. So yes.
And we should just dress up as a state trooper and like sing
Right. This is Sergeant Village Tracker.
Yeah, this is.
Sergeant Village Tracker of the Alabama State Patrol. They're telling you about the dangers of the road.
I'm gonna have to have a talk with Connor.
Why are you going so fast?
This green has reacted weird to that paint. It is not being smooth.
Yeah, it's turn. My turn. I go up and see me first. And fight. Oh, you're worth my first. You get the fuck up. Okay, 5 assault. 2 plus. Okay.
We weren't. We
4 or 5.
I didn't think of it as big.
So do you have a good turnout of people playing 40K tonight then?
Oh, there's 3 or 4.
No.
Did you guys get a good turnout for the pre-releases last one on the Midnight Hunt, I guess it was? For Magic.
He's muted right now.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
he'll come back.
He's taking care of business.
Business is first.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy this, just to sitting there and mindless talking.
Yep. Yeah. I tell you what, I was watching it. I was just watching it on my phone,
That's what I do.
and I was like, well, I really like to paint, and I would love to be able to, talk to you guys like we're talking now. And so I went. I had money saved, so I went threw $1,000 down and bought myself and built myself a computer
Okay.
just so I could paint. But no, I needed it for YouTube too, so
But that's what you like doing, so it's worth it then.
yeah. Yeah, I'm going to this week when I get paid, I got to
Sorry again.
it's all right, man. We know you're taking care of business.
Every day.
Working overtime.
That's right.
I want my MTV.
That's not the same song.
I know that.
No,
I
wait.
just thought I'd throw it
Money
in.
for nothing and the checks
Yeah,
for free.
I was gonna say that's money for nothing.
Yep.
Do you know? I love how much I can't even think of the name right now.
Dire Straits.
Dire Straits had to pay for Sting to just come in and sing that instead of "Don't Stand So Close to Me."
Oh, really?
Yeah, the "I Want My MTV" part of that song is Sting using the line "Don't stand so close to me," but saying "I want my MTV."
Have you heard the new Billy Idol song?
No.
There's a new Billy Idol song.
I swear to God, there's a new Billy Idol song. Google it, and then Google the song. What was his name? Once you play it, it sounds just like that song. Now I wanna fall in love with you. Billy
So-
Isaac, Wicked Games.
Chris Isaac.
Chris Isaac, yes. But basically, it's Billy Isaac because it's what it sounds like.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. I like that song.
But
I
it
had
sounds.
I had
It's
that one.
It sounds like the same song, so he must have gotten either permission because it's so close that there's no way he put it out there and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put this out there. It's so new." No, no.
This is not working.
Let's see, JD.
That looks pretty green.
It's not just that; it's the fact that it's very mottled and not smooth. But we're gonna throw a whole lot of this Nuln Oil on it now, and see if that'll work its magic. And if not, I'll go buy another one and start over. I don't know.
I just go get you some simple greens, stick them in there, strip them, and start over.
I don't care enough about this model to do that.
How much did that model cost?
It goes on a tab. I never see it. It just comes off my check.
Still, I don't know. I guess I'm a little different.
No, I mean, if I weren't being able to just throw it on a tab, yeah, I get it. But A, I'm probably never going to use Vision. B, I hate that I can't tell what color he is. And, and C, he's literally fought me from step one. So he can send
You know what he needs?
He needs the Bubba treatment, and I need to throw him down and stomp on him.
No. He needs to go out in the hero's way. He needs to be tied to a bottle rocket and see how far you can shoot him out.
Meanwhile, my boy over here is about done.
That looks good.
He came out fine. I guess we need some. You know what? We need some fletchings.
See, your detail on those leather straps is amazing. You must have plenty of work with that.
On his leather straps?
Like the arm strap, like the arm.
Oh yeah, I got to go back and actually touch that up. But yeah,
that looks good.
you know, there's a brand new player learning 40K in the background when you hear that kind of language.
I hope they're teaching him the right way.
Well, it's one person that learned last week, Trevor, who works here, who's teaching fine, and the other one who just can't roll dice apparently.
Oh, okay.
Can't really do anything about that.
Well, when it comes to the teachers, they say, "Hey, oh yeah, I'll teach you how to play," and then they commence to kick in your butt.
Yeah, no. So I did that one time against Brandon. Actually, that was just here. He came into the old store and was like, "I really want to learn to play." I was like, "Well, I can't really today unless you want to play the only thing I brought, which is my tournament army." He's like, "Yeah, that's fine." Okay. And that's back when you could do just stupid things with invisibility.
Right.
And I called it the Sons of Anarchy list. It was Space Wolves on Thunderwolves and a bunch of bike librarians and tech priests and an apothecary just running around in one squad murdering everything because they were invisible and you couldn't shoot them.
Did you just say bike librarians?
Bike librarians, yeah. Librarians on motorcycles. Now, once you know that the librarian is the psychic user for the Space Marines, it's a little less funny. But all I could when you laugh like that, all I could see was Evie from the Mummy just riding around on a chopper. Patience is a virtue. You all right?
I'm coughing because he's laughing so hard, and I can't help it because just when people laugh, it makes you want to laugh.
Oh my gosh! I can picture that now.
Yeah, I'm a librarian.
Oh wow!
And that was the last time I was allowed back in the library.
Right.
What'd you get kicked out for? I asked her if she's ever played 40K.
You all right?
No, I'm laughing because I don't know if you can hear what picks up on your microphone, but in the background, I'm going to take my clothes.
So, Damon, FYI, everybody just heard you talk about taking your clothes off. My mic's that good. So that was
that kind of party.
So y'all are playing strip 40K now.
Yeah, now they think we're playing strip 40K.
Now we're coming into the shop. Party's over.
Oh boy.
And that was the last time they had paint party.
Well, we did.
Oh man, I got Coke in my nose.
Hey, whoa, we said PG-13, remember?
I think he means the soda.
Coca-Cola.
I didn't know we were having that kind of party.
Can't condone drug use, Silver? Come on. You're talking about the Coke that goes out of your nose, not that goes in your nose.
Yes, out of your nose, not the Coke.
All of a sudden, the MTG bot pops back up and is like,
right.
I want to be involved.
MTG bot's coming for our souls.
Rumor has it, it's a party. It's a
Okay, I'm putting that down.
Dude, you imagine though, robots and droids might like Coca-Cola better. You see what it does to like pennies, right? It just dissolves, so that might eat their synapses away and make them deadened.
Well, that could be true. You're just like brain deading the bot.
Yeah.
You're onto something.
Yep. We got, if Skynet ever happens, we're prepared.
Just give them some.
We just got to go to Atlanta.
Just get some soda. Y'all robots want some soda? You guys want to be my friend?
We're having the Coca-Cola Pepsi challenge today. Can you tell me which one tastes better?
Cannot compute. But that's what I was saying. If you opened up this on the right page and just had JD's paint night, you have the robots just lined up at the door waiting for you.
Mm.
Okay. Just be aware. All right. It was about to be story time behind me, and I didn't want it to go anywhere y'all didn't need to hear.
Well, sometimes those are funny stories to hear.
Yeah. Not if it
The
gets me-
eavesdrop.
not if it means we can't keep doing this.
And you're banned from the internet. You're banned.
Right. Oh, this is a pain.
See, it does blow my mind though. Like my kids watch the stuff on YouTube, like these gamers, and they have hundreds of millions of views, but it's probably all my kid. It's
Hmm?
so like the gamers and like Sniper Wolf. You know who she is?
No.
Okay, so my girls love watching the SS Sniper Wolf. She plays games like Minecraft and talks about stuff. And they'll watch these things, but these girls are getting like hundreds of millions of views on these videos. And I said, it's probably all of my kid watching the movie that many times.
Right. Well, I know. So my eldest, Sav, they still watch this Minecraft content, even though they play. But like
Mhm.
they've got a booth at Horror Raw this weekend, and they're selling their fan art of this Minecraft like podcast. I don't understand how it works. It's cool and it's really pretty, even if I don't understand what I'm looking at. Like that's where I am at, and in my age, I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's pretty.
I'm going to bring you a picture of an art too. I got to show you something hilarious. Be right back.
Of an art.
Yes, and art.
One art, please. He's got so many arrows.
So keep in mind the following picture was done by an 8-year-old.
Okay. Oh, it's doing an face.
Oh yeah, absolutely loves Sailor Moon.
That's awesome.
And
I'm not gonna make fun of that. That's great.
I was just making sure you didn't think it was mine.
Well, even if it was yours, that was great, Brian.
But
you know why
she
it's
did
great?
that because it's yours.
Because you did it.
No, but that girl worked her little butt off on that piece, and she comes in and she was so proud of it. And I looked at it and I go, because at first I couldn't tell what her eye was doing, and that's exactly it. And I'm like, oh, she is really doing something with it. It was meant to do that. It was meant to do that.
Yeah. So just to show you one of the prints they will have available, because I'm promoting my eldest now, but this is the one they showed me today.
Okay. Well, dude, that is awesome.
Your daughter drew that?
No, my eldest drew that. But yes, Savannah.
That is really good.
Oh, Silver, for the record, Savannah is they, them.
Is what?
They, them.
They, them?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Got
I
it.
will not make that mistake again.
Hey, after 15 years, I still misgender, but I'm working on it.
Well, that's the thing is, as long as you are aware and everybody's aware, it's not. That's awesome.
So this is my favorite, even though I have no idea what's going on. But the pure emotion on these two characters, I don't know if you can see them.
That's really good.
They're 16, y'all. I'm so excited for.
Man, you
what
should be
they-
really proud.
So, I mean, I know part of it's dad eyes, but part of me goes, they're so good.
No, those are really good.
So,
See, if I was to do all over again, I would have tried to been really well, not to do all over again, but when we were younger, the artists getting into like Magic the Gathering drawing cards and things like that for games,
yeah.
where they're always hiring commissioned art. Could you imagine being some of the first pieces in games like that?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Like, just how cool would that be? You were the guy who created we were talking about Taiga, that was your
Right.
land.
Right.
I think that's like the art that you see right there. They have so many possibilities to go from there.
Yeah. I have them working on, actually, they were done today, and I was like, well, go work on another project you have time. You have 2 days before we go get these printed. Go, why would I not notice your message? I see your message. I just maybe not watch your YouTube content. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Dang it.
About the art, about the they were working.
I said, you've got 2 days to get one more in so you have another print to sell. And they were like, I don't have that kind of time. I was like, well, then start working on my character from Sentinels. And they were like, okay. So Jordan, I think, is getting some work done. Greg, if you're listening. So I'm excited about that.
I still think though that art you should be real proud of. That looks really good.
Thank you. I wish I could take credit, but other than they're mine, I can't take credit.
You have artistic ability though too. You're pretty artsy when it comes to this kind of stuff.
But I wanted to be more than I was, right? Like I took art classes in high school and college, and I never was a great drawer. But this stuff, I didn't have any innate talent. I just have repetition, right? I've been doing it for so long. Whereas this first time they picked up a paintbrush and started painting a miniature, it was better than anything I had done for the first 7 years I'd been painting minis. So, they luckily got a natural, inherent.
That's what I was gonna say. Sometimes I think some of that stuff's pretty much natural.
Yeah.
You either are or you aren't.
Yeah.
Hey, Richard, my son, is the same way. First time I took him to a Golden Demon, with the first one in Atlanta. He could only join the Young Bloods competition because he was under the age of 14, and he won the Golden Demon for the Young Bloods.
Awesome.
And he had only been painting for a few years. Me, I get honorable mention with a Bloodthirster, and I'd been painting for 20 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, when they go to get prints made, how does that work? What's the next?
So for this time, I'm just gonna take them to like Kinko's and have some prints made. We actually sent off, and they should be in Friday. They have a bunch of stickers that they're having made, with different. They're calling them biomes. So they have different biomes in a jar. So they drew a bunch of different Minecraft style. Well, not style, but like the different, what's the word I'm looking for? Because I don't want to use biome again, but the different terrain and stuff features like areas of Minecraft, and had them almost like in a terrarium style, just in little bottles, And then they also made something that I think the name is ridiculously clever. It's called axolotls.
Mhm.
So I guess in Minecraft they've introduced the axolotl creature. And so Savannah drew a bunch of those of different colors and have them in bottles, and they'll be available as stickers. And it's just all cutesy stuff.
So now I guess the next question would be get them created a little LLC so you can deduct all the paint and stuff and all the art supplies and your house space that they're working in.
Well, I have determined that I'm going to have. Did we talk about this last week? That I'm going to have roommates for the next 30 years.
Right.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
That's okay though too.
I can't decide if I want to paint his sunglasses with like a mirror finish blue or yellow, like like shades, or leave them black. I think I might leave them black. Oh, but you know what I can do? Oh, see, come on, JD. That's gonna be too awesome. All right, let's be stupid.
No, that would be my. If they have a good showing here this weekend, get that created for them, and then that way you can help by, well, I don't want to say funneling, but dad pays for the things that kids need if they don't have a job yet. So as you're paying for them, you can deduct it. You can deduct your space, your internet, everything that they're using to upload it. So basically, all those things become free.
Yeah, I mean, we did upfront the cost for the stickers and the prints, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. I mean, if it's gonna help, I know how hard it is to get a career in an art.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can help them get a jump start on it, absolutely. We'll see what happens. Let's see how Saturday goes. That's the first.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
The first test.
And shoot, if they sell 0 things, but people say it's cool, guess what? Then they've done their job.
Yeah.
But if they sell anything, it just gets their name out there.
Well, like, unfortunately or fortunately for them, they're my child and has been hanging out at G&G for 5 years. So most people know them. So luckily I can never thank an old employee / manager that worked here, Anna, who literally now goes, like, she was at New York City Comic-Con last weekend.
Oh, wow.
And is going to Midwest Con. I think this, like, she literally makes her living going to cons and making the money there. So a lot of advice at the beginning from her and encouragement. And
now, what is she? Does she do art too? What does she do?
Yeah, she's an amazing artist.
Okay,
In
cool.
fact, has a couple comic book covers and stuff now.
See, I think that's so awesome. Something that you can always remember is that you did. People can forever. I hope everybody has a good week the rest of the week.
Me too. I'm gonna have fun Saturday.
It's almost that time.
Oh, it is. We got about 5 minutes left, don't we?
Jeez.
All right. So before we get there, I'm gonna see if this works on his sunglasses. I do have it. Yay. I'm gonna try Drakenhof Nightshade ink on top of the silver sunglasses. To get that cool blue metallic mirror shine.
sun, if it doesn't kill him, he's gonna die.
Oh, no doubt. 6 and 8. 6 ups. He's only got 4.
Yeah, not bad. Looks kind of cool. Little blue hint to his silver glasses.
One day.
All right.
We almost lived like 6 years old, like open palm.
Well, all right. So you are correct. We got about 4 minutes left. Let me go ahead and boom. I don't want to go to bed.
I was telling the oldest.
I am the oldest. Oh wait, no,
Okay.
Silver's the oldest. Aha! I don't have to.
I didn't get as far as I wanted to, but I got the browns and the
Nice.
grays on.
Dude, terrain takes a minute. Like just painting a tree took me hours, so I get you. It's a lot of surface to cover. You don't realize it how much surface there is when you start painting terrain until you start painting terrain.
That is true.
Very nice. Looks like clean lines though, so you'll be standing in good stead. Alrighty, Silver.
Well, let's see. Mysterio.
Nice.
Got his cape done, and then I just based everything else. I'm gonna have to go over him with a matte varnish because these golden high flows they've got a very shine to them.
Got a gloss feel.
Yeah, they got a gloss to them, but he looks good. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
It's good coloring. I get from what I can see, it looks good. Nice color.
Thank you.
Cool. And then we'll show him briefly. Actually, you know what? When he dried, he doesn't look too horrible, but he's still awfully like mottled. So I'm gonna have to try to find a way to even that out. But I kind of almost got the color right.
Yeah, it looks good.
I don't know. It's weird, but screw this guy. So we're gonna put him over here, and we're gonna look at the one we're happy with. And Hawkeye almost got finished up. So he's just got to finish up his bed. The red might make it look better. You might be right. But yeah, so I'm happy with the way Hawkeye came out at least. So win-win, and that's pretty much because I had to go away from keyboard like 78 times tonight. I didn't really get a whole lot done that I wanted to. With that being said, it's all good. I want to thank Benson, Brian, and Silver for being with us tonight, and Greg for at least talking to us a little bit at the end.
Thanks for coming and having it.
Yeah, absolutely. In 2 weeks, I am on vacation, but I don't think any of my vacation days correspond with me missing. We might miss the first paint party. So the 25th, I'm off. I may come up and do this anyway, but I have to get up early and start driving to Orlando the next morning. So
I gotta change jobs. I gotta figure out how to get these vacations this often.
oh, I literally at the beginning of the year, I was like, I don't get paid for them.
Oh, come on.
Nah.
That's not a vacation, man.
Yeah,
That's
no. Okay.
that's a. I'm gonna leave work for a week. See you guys later.
Yeah, that's fair. But anyway, cool. Well, y'all have a great week. Thanks for being with me. Hopefully, if Trevor can get me some supplies, then on Monday we will start the paint project. Otherwise, I will see you on Tuesday for paint night. Anyway, remember, Gamers and Geeks, it is not just a game store. It's a gaming community. Look at it. I rolled double twos. Who rolls double twos? Whatever. There we go.
Good night.
There we go. All right, guys. Thanks for being with me again, and y'all have a good night.